Hey fellow agents, thanks for tuning in today. I just actually wanted to share with you one of the builds I'm working on for the legendaries. I haven't completed one myself. I've tried with some teams, but we didn't get to the end of it. It just takes too much time sometimes. I don't always have an hour, 2 or 3 hours to sit on one mission. Um, but and also there is quite this is a bit of a contentious topic about what team composition you need. Some teams so that I know about they swear about two DPS, one ground control, one healer. Other teams again you say you need one tank, two DPS, one healer. Others say one tank, one crowd control, 2 DPS. Others swear again by 3 DPS, 1 healer, or 3 DPS, 1 crowd control. It depends on the team, really. I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. So this is one that I'm actually working on as a crowd control. It's not the best one. There's some stuff missing on this build, the stuff I want to improve. But number one, you'll see I'm running Gunner, and I'll tell you why I'm running Gunner. Is because I want to have the maximum pulse that I can possibly have. The pulse, preferring the Jammer pulse, and I want to have this blinder Firefly. So basically, like a while ago, I put up a status effect video. That was a non-optimized build. It was the wrong way to build it. To be quite honest, there's actually a much better way to do it because the scissors too blind and to blind the NPCs, these white tusk, and to disable the drones, any other technology they might throw at you. So why I'm using the gunner is basically so that I can get my cooldown to 13.1 and my effect duration to 14.8. And the reason for that is with the gunner you get 15% radius mod and you get 15% effect duration. That's the most you're ever gonna get. I don't actually truly know what these vanity mods really are. I have no idea. I've never seen one. I don't know why it's even in the game. Anyway, so that's the pulse. The other thing here is the blind of Firefly. So you'll see in my build composition that I have in my build video, build that I am using here. The reason why I'm using the pieces the way I have them, is so that I can have my blind duration at least more a second more than what my cooldown actually is. Otherwise, it's just a bit pointless. So I have a tier 6. I have a plus. Okay, no Call of Duty for me, thank you. Okay, go yeah, max targets. There's blind effect duration. That's the best one that I have. I don't have another one. I think you can go up to 10%. I'm not sure what the maximum is. Skill vanity, no idea. And the speed, I think the speed can also go up to 10. It's a tier 6, so there's max targets, 210% speed, and your blind effect duration is 120%. So it's important to have your duration of your skill longer than your cooldown. Otherwise, the NPCs will start shooting at your DPS guys, shooting at your team basically, and before you can actually throw your blind out again. So I would actually like to have this 24 or 25 seconds duration, and the cooldown I would like to keep at 21 or lower to 20 if possible. So the combination that you actually are looking for, you're looking for a combination of, okay, what I have here is I have a combination of China Light, Wyvern, Hannah Yu, and some guys, if you're lucky enough, Golan, and some guys are lucky enough with the improvised holster you can craft at the crafting station. So I'll just go through the two weapons I have here. I have Everlasting Gaze. The reason why I chose this one is there's no right or wrong weapon here, but the headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. So I'm hoping to get some headshots in so I can proc that, just to get the status effect, the blind and the pulse a bit stronger. You'll see why I have this long stick in here. I don't actually plan on using it, but I had to put it in here basically. I was forced into it by my backpack because the backpack that I have that fits into this build has versatile on it. That's the reason why I have it. Because versatile swapping between your weapons gives you amplified damage if the weapons are different. As it says there in the description, I'm not gonna go through all of that. You guys probably already know that. So on this backpack, I'm missing some skill haste. I'm missing. And there's status effect and there's a mod for skill haste. So, like I said, versatile is not the best, but it's what I have to use. If I put any other backpack or any other combination on here, then it screws up everything, because then my blind duration, my duration will be shorter than what my cooldown is. My cooldown will be longer, so then it won't actually work. So that's why I have this combination. That's why I have two Wyvern. Ideally, want two Wyvern because the skill duration that you have here on the third piece on the brand seed, it doesn't count. It doesn't do anything for the blinder. It doesn't add to it. I think that's more for the turrets and for the hives maybe, but it doesn't do anything for the Firefly. So that's why ideally you want max skill ace, max status effects on everything, and where you can put a mod in, you want the max skill ace mod that you can get. So two piece Wyvern, that's my Wyvern backpack, and the other piece of Wyvern I have is a knee pad. I was lucky there with max status effects and skill ace. Hannah, I haven't been lucky enough with the improvised holster, because with the improvised holster, if you're lucky enough, you can get it rolled as skill tier with skill ace, status effects, and then you can put a mod on it, so you can get the extra mod in your build. I haven't been lucky enough, so I have to go with Hannah for the 15% skill ace, and then I rolled 12% skill ace on here, and I was at 9.8 status effect. It was pointless for me to roll it to 10% just to get a 0.2% difference. The mask, I'm using, that's the first China Light I have. I'm using China Light not because of the explosive damage, but because of the skill ace and the status effect perk. Because I couldn't find a golem piece that with max skill ace and max status effect I can roll skill tier on. If I could, then I could get rid of China Light completely, but yeah, I just have to. Like I said, I'm rolling with what I have. So I have status effects on the skill ace and a skill ace mod, and this piece I actually need to be a lot better. You can see this in my third China Light for the status effect. What I would actually like, instead of hazard protection there, I actually want status effects there, max status effects. And they are paroled 11.6 skill ace, and there's a 10.8 skill ace mod, and I'm using Overwatch. As I'll be in cover most of the time, it will help boost not only my skill and my weapons, but also of the other guys, whether they are whether they are healer, DPS, tank. It will just improve things for everyone. This is a support build, so you won't be actually doing any killing unless you can maybe get a headshot that's a killing blow, maybe. But you won't be actually. This is just a support build. I think I've covered the NAU already. I mean, some guys run with three-piece NAU. I mean, it all depends on where you can get your status effects and where you can get your skill ace from. So, like I said in the beginning, whether you use but two Wyvern you will always want. The third Wyvern piece won't do you any good. But the others you can swap around, whether it's like I said, China Light, NAU, Golem if you're lucky enough, improvise holster, and even the Costa Go bag would even work here. But I had to change to the Wyvern backpack, because if I put the Costa Go bag on here, even with a mod, then it will screw up this in my duration. Will be shortened. It will be like 2 seconds short, and my cooldown will be longer. So that's the way I'm actually running this. Like I said, the weapons I would actually prefer to have maybe LMG or a Bullet King or something that could just continuously fire. I would actually prefer maybe on the backpack something like skilled or tech support. That would actually help. Um, I mean, even perfect shock and awe would help, because I think that boosts your team as well. I don't have one on me right now to show you, but I think perfect shock and awe. I'm not sure if that's a team, if that buffs the whole team, or if it buffs only you. Or I think that's basically what I would ideally want on the backpack. I'm just gonna see if I can. It's gonna be a bit difficult for me to demonstrate how this thing actually works, because I don't have any guys right now that are DPS or tank to attempt this with me. So I'm just gonna do a quick run around here. I'm expecting obviously to die. You can't. I seriously doubt you can finish a mission like this with a status effect build, because you're doing almost no damage really. Let me just do this. Let him just come for me. This strategy has worked for some of the guys in the clan that I run with. You send one dummy in. Okay, I don't want to call people dummies, but you see, you just send one guy in. You do your jammer there, goes for the two drones they send out. Take your Firefly. I won't be able to get all of them. This is probably the worst kind of way to test it. Yeah, then they can't. They're blind, they can't shoot you. That's the whole idea here. I didn't blind that guy, so he's shooting me, so I'm going to die now. And then basically when they send out their drones, you do that. Hey, this guy's still luckily still blind. The cooldown wasn't working perfectly. That's a bit dodgy for me. Yeah, victorious against one guy. I wasn't expecting to get very far, but just to show that's actually what the purpose of this is. You get to DPS guys, you get to healer. That wasn't the best demonstration, but it's the best that I could come up with. To show you guys the blinder thing does actually work. You just need to target it properly. Um, that's about it for this guide on how to do a crowd control one. Like I said, I need a better backpack, and I need a better chest piece here to make this duration even longer, maybe 25 seconds, so they can stay blinded for longer. Because I'm not sure when the cooldown actually starts. If the cooldown starts as soon as you throw the Firefly, or does the cooldown start when it hit the last guy? I think that might be the problem here. So my duration I need to make a little bit longer before I'm ready to take this out to a legendary. But in heroic it works quite fine the way it is, because obviously they are heroic and not legendary. Thanks for watching guys. Keep well.